If you thought back in 2017 when Donald Trump made the Muslim ban, which apparently didn't stop Muslims from voting for him in force, if you thought that was bad, just wait. Donald Trump is cooking up something that's even bigger, even nastier, even more racist, even more targeted toward brown and black folk. It is a travel ban. That's right, an actual travel ban. Now, this ban is one of the most despicable things I've seen in a long time, probably since the last time Trump did something. It's basically the original Muslim ban, but bigger. Now Donald Trump is blocking travel for 43 countries. Now, let's look at these countries, shall we? I'm sure there's a perfectly reasonable explanation for each of them. Let's see if we. I was trying to make this a little bit bigger, but I don't think the old internets are allowing me. But I'll read it to you because this is wild. There are 3 tiers on the Trump plan. First, we got the red tier. You see it. Now, if your country's on this list, it's not ambiguous. You are banned. Straight up. No visas, no entry, no exceptions. Now, let's look at the list just to make sure that everything's on the up and up. We see Afghanistan. See that? Afghanistan. Not a shocker. Bhutan, Cuba, Iran, Libya, North Korea, Somalia, Sudan, Syria, Venezuela, and Yemen. Not a white country in the bunch. Not a European country in the bunch. Just a bunch of black and brown folk. Just a bunch of Muslim folk, for the most part, along with Venezuela and Cuba. Interesting. I'm sure it's all a big coincidence that these happen to be the countries. But let's keep going, because I don't want y'all to think that I'm just tripping or I'm just bugging. I'll read the rest of them to y'all. I know that print is small, and if your eyes is like mine, you need some help. In the orange level, we got Belarus, Eritrea, Haiti, Laos, Myanmar, Pakistan, Russia, Sierra Leone, South Sudan, and Turkmenistan. The orange tier is interesting. Now, it's not as bad as the red tier. Red tier, you just can't get under any circumstances. But in this one, you have to apply for a visa. And technically, you can apply for the visa. But everybody who applies for the visa has to go through extreme vetting, which includes an in-person interview. Now, they've also made it clear that rich business travelers might get a pass on this. So if you're super rich and you are, popping out of Russia, you'll be fine. But otherwise, not so much. So that's the sneaky one, because it seems like you're okay when you're not. And then there's the yellow one. Now, this is maybe the most paternalistic and nakedly secular, imperialistic of all of them, ironically. These are countries that might make the cut in 60 days. Let me explain. This is the yellow tier. It's called a probation list. You got countries like Zimbabwe, Cameroon, Liberia, and St. Lucia. The United States has said that they will have 60 days to, quote unquote, fix whatever problems the United States says that they have. And if they don't, they might have to get moved up to that orange or red tier. Wow. This isn't about national security. This is about signaling to Trump's white supremacist base, anti-Muslim Islamophobic base, that they got these darkies under control. It's also about establishing a new norm for who belongs in America and who doesn't, at a moment where they're constantly trying to reestablish the terms and the borders of the United States in relation to other countries. We're no longer welcoming all the tired and the poor. We no longer want everybody. We just want some of y'all, and y'all know who y'all are. So now there's something else happening here. Mass deportations are already happening. ICE getting ramped up is already happening. This is just a warning shot. It ain't just a travel ban, it's a warning shot. What's going to happen when he expands that list? What happens when he revokes visas? What happens when he cancels green cards? What do we do? Now, I want to be clear. I am not trying to fearmonger. Some of y'all might be like, Mark's just saying crazy shit. No, this list is evidence that what I'm saying isn't the case. It's not, or what I'm saying isn't a case of hyperbole and fear mongering. No, he's banning people left and right. He's kicking people out left and right. He's denying entry left and right, and the pool is getting bigger, not smaller.